Hello everyone, I'm Ben Williams from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement, and welcome to this week's Wednesday Weed of the Week. So before we get this going, I've been having a lot of questions on stuff coming in from people, trying to discuss, what types of plants are, how do I know what's a grass and what's a forb, stuff like that. So we're going to go through the basic, real quick, down and dirty. I guess you call them 5 groups you can basically put a plant in, general groups, and then you'll have a little bit of overlap with that and different groups and stuff like that, and somebody will probably pick me apart, but we're going to go over the 5 basic groups. So right here, obviously these are vines. They're going to be climby, semi-woody typically once they've established more in a couple years. This one particularly is Virginia Creeper. We're not going to discuss this for our Wednesday Weed of the Week. This is just our example one. Back here we have bush honeysuckle. I'll put that in the shrub category. You'll see that, kind of a bushy looking thing. Typically a shrub, but can be some younger tree species. Right here, got a white ash right here on the edge of this food plot. So, there's other tree species that you can look at too. So we have vines, shrubs, trees, and then most of our weed of the weeks are going to be forbs. But also, we might touch on some of these vines, shrubs, and stuff like that as well in some of our other weed of the week episodes coming up. So, and then we have grasses, simple narrow leaf plants typically. Seed heads, it's a grass. It's not a broadleaf weed that you're going to refer to a lot with the forbs and stuff like that. So this is a grass. We'll talk about some grass species coming up because we got some series coming up that are going to incorporate some grasses into the topics of them. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to talk about one that I've been seeing a lot across the landscape. Seems to be a lot of it this year. Maybe it's just because I'm looking for it specifically. But these are some of the Fleabane species. Now I can't 100% identify this right now. I think it is common Fleabane. It doesn't have a narrow enough leaf to be daisy Fleabane, I believe. This is a broad-leafed weed. Kind of looks goldenroddy. They're all kind of in that same family. And you're going to see that this is a very, I would say, moderate to high deer forage preference. So right here I'm in a laneway kind of between 2 fat little cornfields right now that are kind of just getting to the point where we might be able to get some soybeans on them this year, but they're not. So I'm going to reach down right here and look at this clump of Fleabane. Every single one of them has been nipped off by a deer. Look at this right next to it. Again, every single one of them has been hit by a deer. Again, like we said, moderate to high preference on forage, very good palatability. There's a lot of moisture in this stem, a lot of good high quality nutrients in these plants. It's a forb that you're going to see out here across the landscape, open field type habitats, maybe even in some wooded areas. So you're going to see in a wide variety of places. So it's a good one to be looking for on your property when it's not getting choked out by grasses and other undesirables that you might have out there. So this week's weed of the week is Fleabane. I believe this is common Fleabane, but we also see daisy Fleabane and stuff like that out and about a lot too. The reason this I think is common is because of the coarser hairs along the stem and kind of the coarser feel to the leaves and stuff like that too. So, and look right here, there's some more Fleabane nipped off, some more Fleabane growing up in here. There's curly dock that we've talked about in past weed of the week episodes. That's an undesirable as well. So, whole bunch of different stuffs out here. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in this Wednesday Weed of the Week. Again, Fleabane. Deer are going to like it. Deer are going to eat on it. Look at this. Look at right around all this curly dock, this undesirable that has no browse pressure on it at all. And then you got this high quality Fleabane that's been, look at this. Look at all these. About all of them are being browsed right now. So like I said, I would say medium to high preference deer forage, especially right now this time of the year. It's going to be something to get on, very palatable, very good nutrition, highly digestible, very good high quality stuff. So this is it. Fleabane is our Wednesday weed of the week this week. If anybody has any weeds that you're seeing out in a food plot or field type habitat, wood types habitat, anything like that, get them over to us. We'd love to identify them and feature them in this weed of the week episode. So we'll probably do I don't know if we'll do the food plot video here this week. We might do it one of our other food plots. We did forestry last week for our food plot and forestry Fridays. We were in the forest type setting, so we'll probably do this week in a food plot, and we'll alternate back and forth accordingly. So there's the big thing for Fridays. We have our Weed of the Week Wednesdays, like we are seeing right now, with, again, Fleabane, harried stem, broadleaf, forb, definitely not a grass. You can pick them apart now and know your differences between vines, shrubs, trees, broadleafs, or forbs, and then our grasses. So you can kind of get a feel for it and start grouping them into categories. Typically, deer aren't eating grasses. Typically, the birds will forage on grasses. Corn and sorghum would be exceptions, I guess, to that grass category that deer would forage on. But most of what we're going to be eating from a deer's perspective is forbs. So good quality stuff like this Fleabane is going to be a staple, especially this time of the year. As you can see, browsed to snot here at Cider Ridge. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this Weed of the Week Wednesday. Again, we have our Management Mondays, Weed of the Week Wednesdays, and our Food Plot and Forestry Fridays. So we're trying to do 3 of these series a week. It's not too bad. I get out here for 5-10 minutes. I film an episode, get it shot up on the page, and then the YouTube channel, and then share it around on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. So it gets out there to all you guys. I want to thank you for tuning in. I encourage you to send in any of your questions, any topics you want us to dive into, any plants that you're finding that you've got questions about, any questions about a food plot that you might have, any questions about timber that you might have, anything like that. We want to make this a viewer segment, guys, for bringing in questions and then fielding them and putting the information out there to you on the stuff that you guys needing and or you guys have that's practical use for you. So Ben Williams signing out with Fleabane for today's Wednesday Weed of the Week. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video. Comment down below what you did or didn't like, or maybe something you want to see featured. Don't forget to subscribe so you get all of our updates for all of our episodes coming up, and share this around. Get the information out there, the high quality information of habitat knowledge. So I want to thank everyone for tuning into this week's episode of Wednesday Weed of the Week. I'm Ben Williams from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement, and I'll see you guys all next time here in the field. Take care, guys.